all of you because you're starting your level 5, right? So that would be your term 1, correct? Okay. So you've done level 4 and I think you've seen few things happen, some of things you attended, obviously like events, activities, and the placement is a big question sometimes, when you ask. I think you're aware about placement anyway, because remember you've done the placement at level 4. So you're aware about what is placement, what is the meaning, so I'll not go into that much. But I think I'll just explain the difference between level 4 and level 5. There's a quite huge difference because at level 4, remember if you've done, I think you've done 20 hours, right? Because you're in that provision. Now the hours are increased because you're at level 5. And I think it should be increased because when you are very new, you learn at certain level. But when you grow, you need to take more responsibilities in it. Because if you don't take more responsibility, you're not learning more and you're not growing more. This is how the system works. So at level 5, the hours of placement is 150. Now this is not a challenge, this is something we need to plan ahead. Level 4 placement, if you remember, we were trying to contact you and you give us the information. But remember there was a time some of you were replying quite late. So that was not a problem that time because you only had 20 hours. This is 150 hours. So the planning will start from very first day. Now the things will happen because you are in the term 1. So your placement is not starting now. Placement will start in term 2. Like next semester. But we can't wait for next semester because we need to start getting everything settled in term 1. Right? So what will happen from very first week, we will be coming to you, we will talk to you. You will receive an email. The interesting part is for placement, I'll show you. There will be something in your, where is a different slide? But anyway, so we'll put a chart now this time, like a flow chart in your classrooms and the student area as well. The idea for giving you this chart is, you need to know in week 2 what we are expecting from you. Week 4, week 6, week 8 and then week 10, isn't it? Remember there are 10 weeks. You need to know and you need to make a diary. You need to write notes with you because we want to make you this habit now because you are growing. You are in level 5 now. So there are certain dates and there are certain deadlines. We need to do it. So we have clearly mentioned which week, but even if we are sending you an email, it's mentioned in the flow chart that by week 2 you will receive an email. By week 4 we are expecting you to respond it. By week 6 we will try to process the information and by week 8 we will confirm you. Everything is in line now. So you need to please make sure the deadlines are met. This is very, very kind and humble request to all of you. Because problem is if we miss the deadline, the problem becomes it's a time challenge, and 150 hours means it's like quite hours, because remember you have 6 weeks normally to attend, or 4 to 5 to 6 weeks is normally. But obviously we can go further because of your flexibility and depending on the nature of the placement you have. There's a big question you can ask, Usmani, I've done the placement at level 4, can I continue? Can I continue the same job for level 5? Answer is yes and answer is no as well. Yes in that way, if you're working in a company and your role was customer assistant, right? You can't continue that role to level 5. Otherwise what you're going to learn? You've already learned as a customer assistant. At level 5, if you're not taking the next step. So what we will suggest, we will work with you. You can stay in the same company, that's not a problem. Ideally, if you change it, it's perfect, but we do understand your situation. I fully understand, even if you don't need to tell me, I know what is your circumstances, what is the challenge you can have, because you have family, you've got this commitment, you've got so many other things, I know. So in that way, we try to support you. So what we will do, we will discuss with you in the term 1. There will be some occasion when I will talk to you, placement team will talk to you, but you will receive an email from us to ask similar information. Remember we asked you to where exactly you're working, what is your current job title. So we have a lot of data from you because you've already done it. So idea is you need to go one step up, whatever the job title you had. Now this is an agreement, you can talk to your manager already in your company. So you can continue your placement in the same company, no problem. But job title needs to be changed. So if you were already a team leader, then this time you need to think for assistant manager or manager or something additional. The reason is you are at level 4. If you are not taking a step ahead, then there's no point. You are not learning anything. Now, you can have some challenges in that. You can say, for example, my manager is not letting me to do it. And that's what you need to learn. This is called negotiation skills. You get my point? You're growing up. You are going towards graduation, isn't it? You will do level 5 and the next year you will graduate. You need to learn now when people say no to you, how you convert that no into yes. You getting my point, guys? Yeah. So don't think it's hard. Oh, it's very difficult. How can I tell my manager that make me a manager? He is already or she is already a manager. There are different ways. So we will do some workshops regarding that as well. On negotiation skills, there will be some workshops conducted to prepare you. And obviously, Rima, as you know, she's a placement officer. If you need this kind of support, please do email us to placements@vic.ac.uk. That's the email you all know that we can always respond to you. So if you can see, if you need some support, you don't know how to contact your manager. We've done it so many times. Like in the previous cohort 2, I remember that a lot of students, they came and said, I tried, but my manager is not giving me. Well, when I stepped in as a placement manager and the team stepped in, we have converted. I remember like last and 31 students were those who we transferred to the role. Initially, manager said no. Because the most important thing is how you communicate. Believe me or not, your manager will say no to you. You know why? Because you will walk into him or her and you will say, I want to do a placement. He said, okay, but you've already done it. Yeah, but I want to be a manager. If your body language is like this, if I am your manager, I say, I think you are not in your senses today. I am the manager. So you want to take my position?
Yes.
Think that way, right? But your way of communication needs to be correct. You need to speak like this. Okay, I've done the placement of 20 hours. My hours of placement is increased. This is your way of communication. Don't hit straight away the title. Yes, exactly. Because he will continue as a manager, but you will learn from his experience how the management works. And let me tell you very honestly, companies wants you to learn that because it's a cost saving solution. Why they would go hire outside and hiring new people? They need to spend a lot of money for training. So you need to come forward now. You need to talk to your manager, line manager, and obviously you know better than me how you need to talk to your. It's just so you need to change your title. And if someone is already a manager, some of you are already a manager, then what? Like head area manager. No, you can continue that role as a manager because you're already a manager. But you need to take some additional role, responsibility, but that will be agreement between you and your line manager. But obviously, you remember the forms we give you. Remember like job, like agreement and obviously responsibility. You can highlight it because last year there was one thing. Some forms we see, some information. Obviously, we can get back to you because Mohit and Rima will work on this as well. So this is how you know the placement at level 5. So nothing. It's not difficult. To be very honest, take it very easy. There are a lot of opportunities will come to you, but I think the best thing is because you're just starting. In term 1, we will not load you much because placement is in term 2. And in term 1, obviously you have for PDP, you have an assessment which is in week 5, 6 as well. So your tutors will be teaching you as well anyway. So there will be a lot of work you have to continue. But please don't take it as a pressure, take it as an opportunity because hours are increasing, so opportunities are increasing, remember? In 20 hours, you can't show much to your employer. 20 hours means 3-4 days, isn't it? Sometimes 4 days you can't show your full potential to your employer. So this is a great opportunity. You have 150 hours now. And any student, like remember last time as well, who don't have a job and they really struggle as well. Obviously we have some options as well. We have some employers where we can send you. But obviously it's a screening process. You need to get prepared first. And that's what I'm saying, term 1 is more preparation. And then we'll see how it goes. Is it okay? So that's the placement obviously side. This is the chart we were talking about. So this is your term 1 and that's your term 2. So we will put it in your classrooms. So you can see it easily in term 1. So first is happening in the first step, email, QR code, MS forms. We send you the forms to fill in. So week 4. So it means you will not receive anything. First 3 weeks we will not disturb you. Okay? But in 4th week we will again not disturb you, but we will inform you. You can take it as a disturbance, but from our side is information. So we will put you into screening stage, and then obviously you will go into information, you will provide us, you will reply us. One thing very important, please keep checking your LTU email daily. And then we will process it, then we will send you the confirmation. So basically by week 8, you will get confirmation for your placement. So you have a less headache. And then when you come in the term 2, otherwise you know what will happen. If you miss this deadline, when you will be on holiday, isn't it, from week 10, we will be calling you actually. We don't have a choice. We need to contact you. And we don't want you to disturb you when you are on the beach. Or when you are in the hotel, isn't it, Michael? We don't want to disturb them, You're on holiday, you're enjoying, and we have those money from placement department. You say, what is that?
Because we don't answer your call. That time we want to
You accept it in the recording. So this is so, of course you should not, because you are somewhere else,
I want to enjoy my holiday. Why the disturb for the study? Then
you miss the deadline. So idea is, we will work together. I think it's better to do during your term, taking things on your shoulder. When you're off, you're off. We don't want to. We never want to contact any single student when you are away. I'm very honest with you. It's not our policy. But obviously, if things are not met the deadline, we need to comply with a lot of regulations. So that's why we contact you, and we'll see. Is it okay, guys?
Yeah.
So this is from my side, and obviously the rest of the things in the placement as well.
ask some question.
Yes, please. The portal is there, events are there, upcoming events, what events are coming in October, November, and obviously December as well. So you can have a look, because you can plan yourself. Sometime you're in weekend, somewhat you're on weekday. So we are trying to plan weekends, week events now for 7 days, to be very honest. We're trying our best, depending on the availability of employers and everything. So that's right. Yes, any questions, please?
It's a level 4 the 20 hours for the placement. It's a level 5 is 150 hours.
Yes.
Big difference. What's the reason for the pick up for the many hours?
Yes, question.
Big reason, sir. Big reason, and there is
Because the
big
job wise for the increase, you say individual job wise the increase, because the reason for the job wise for the hours put it on, or job title is different.
reason actually, the main context to increase from 20 to 150 is because there are two things. They want you to into a leadership and managerial role. That's one thing very clear. To be very honest, from LTU point of view, every one of you should be on the managerial role as a placement, as per their target, and that's what we really need to achieve. To be very honest, if you are a manager, you need hours, right? You need more hours to practice your managerial skills, which can't be done in 20 anyway, which can't be done even in 50.
20 is very low.
Very low, exactly. So that's why hours are increased. And I think the idea, another thing is, because we are trying to comply with your graduate thing when you complete, so you learn more skills, and that's why it's 150 hours are there from an LT point of view. So you have more opportunities to learn and spend time more in the company and UC. That's the main reason.
Okay, thank you.
If you want, we can increase it.
No.
We can request to LTU. Okay. 150 is okay.
150 is fine. No more
Yes,
than that.
sir. On the back. My friend. Yes, you. Very quiet today. What happened? No. This gentleman. Yes. You are my friend, isn't it? So how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Ready for placement? Yeah?
Very good.
Not like last time. Okay. Very good. Thank you very much. So this is from my side. I think we will give you a little bit of introduction. Obviously, Reema, I think you worked already. She's a placement officer at WAY. We have another colleague. He's not here today, Mohit. I think you didn't mean to be recently joined. He's a placement support officer. He works very closely with Reema. And now we have another staff member, Manthan. He has joined us as a placement tech officer. We know you love technology as far as the Facebook is concerned. But we want you to use technology for placement as well, like forms. Remember online forms filling, some technical difficulties, sometimes opening on the phone, sometimes not. So now I think Manthan is already in place. So any technical difficulties, please contact placement team, email us, and obviously it will be directed to the relevant, to Manthan obviously, and he'll get in touch with you, and then we can resolve this issue. This is how the team of placement is now. From our side, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.